everybody, it's Yvonne and Dexter back here with Freightbrokerchic, and I am back here with the master trainer himself. So we're going to give him a little bit of applause as we always do. Thank you guys again for joining in with us, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As we always say, is that helps us to continue to reach people. Thank you so much. Our viewer audience is growing, and so we really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. But today, Dexter is going to talk to you guys about longevity in this industry. Already, you guys can probably see there's been a lot of ups and downs, especially with COVID. There's a lot of things going on, the supply chain issues, with things going on, and some of you may be saying, gee, is this even a business I want to get in? Because there's just, so much going on right now. So he's going to talk to you a little bit about, after being in the industry, 20 plus years, what it takes, and he's probably seen some of this before. So he's just going to share a little bit about that with you.
Well, longevity being a broker. You have to, there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, just like in life. There's going to be good years and bad years. Some years you're up, some years you're down. Some years you're doing very well. Some years things don't always go your way. There could be setbacks. There could be chargebacks, and that's when for some reason a bill doesn't get paid by your customer and you have to pay it. You're going to be making a bunch of sales phone calls. You're going to get a bunch of no's. You can't take the no's to heart. You have to push past that, and I think that's where a lot of people lose their ability to see forth. Also, you're going to be sitting in an office somewhere, could be your office, could be behind your computer, and you're going to be making sales phone calls. And for sometimes, you're going to feel like nothing's moving, nothing's happening. I'm just wasting I'm literally beating my head against a wall. But you have to keep on doing it, because that's how you actually get, even though you don't know you're moving, you are making movement. You are. Every time you send out an email, every time you send out a brochure, every time you do a quote and wait for somebody to send you back it's a yes or no, you're moving. But a lot of people, unfortunately, our society is now caught up in instant gratification. Instant gratification. Being a broker is not like driving through McDonald's and picking up a Big Mac or number 3. It takes work, it takes time. Had one of my agents recently. He's been with me a whole year. He just got his first customer and just moved his first load. Congratulations, Daniel.
Yeah, we're so
very,
proud.
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
He hung in there.
But he has been trying and hitting and making the sales phone calls.
And he actually did a load, right?
Right. He already did his first load, made $400 profit on it. So the thing is that he believed, or you have to believe, that the process is going to work. But you don't know how long it's going to take you to get a customer. And you also don't know what type of customer you're going to get. I've seen people come in and get a customer on the first day. I've seen that. And I've also seen, for me, my first customer took me 6 months of calling. 6 months, and I actually lost my customer. That same customer, I lost him on the first load because I went and asked him for an increase. And he said, I don't think you understand how we do business here. You gave me a price, and I expect you to stay at that price. If you can't cover at that price, I no longer want to do business with you. And he hung up, and I was gone. Yeah.
Well, you brought up an interesting point that it took Daniel a year to get his first customer. Me 6 months, you 6 months, but you have to plan, I think. A lot of people come into this thinking, I don't know what you've seen on social media. There's a lot of glitz and glamour surrounding the $800 billion industry of trucking and all this money you can make. But unless you know someone or you've been in the industry before, it can take you 6 months to a year.
Right.
So your foundation, I guess my point is, before you jump in, kind of have a plan.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah,
to keep your lights on.
Right. And
while you're building your business.
Right. You have to have a plan. The people that you're trying to get to, they're working the daytime. The traffic managers are at the companies between 9 and 5 a.m.
Right.
So you have to make a plan of how am I going to make these sales phone calls while they're there. How am I going to make these follow-up sales phone calls? How am I going to do these rates and get them back in a timely manner? And you also have to be available. If one of these guys actually does hit and they send you an email at 9 o'clock and you don't answer them back till 12 or 1.
Or 6 in the evening when you get off work.
Or sometimes the next day, some of my
Right.
agents, I just checked my email and I saw an email in from somebody. I said, you didn't check your email the whole day? No, because they don't think anything's going to happen. And just when you think nothing's going to happen, that's when the magic actually happens.
Right.
So, with brokering, it's not be ready, it's stay ready.
Exactly.
You have to stay ready all the time. You have to make sure that you know your TMS system. If you're not practicing building loads in your TMS system, even if you don't have a load, what happens when you do get the customer and now you've got to be retrained back on the whole TMS system because you didn't build any loads, so you forgot how to do it. So longevity in this means that you have to believe in it. And the thing is, it's easy for me to say it because, and I talked to one of my agents the other day. For me, it's easy to say because I've made money, and I know how good the money is. I know how good it is. It's sweet. Oh, it's sweet to actually finally get paid your worth. Not doesn't
with
make
someone
doesn't
who's
right. It doesn't
determining-
make your age, your race, your gender,
Right.
your sexual preference. Nothing matters. The only thing they want to know: can you pick this load up and get it over here for the price that you said you could? Yes, I can. All right. Here's the money. Do your job.
Right.
That's it. And that's the best thing I love about brokering. You can get into it, and if you have the right skill set, and you have the right desire, you have the right drive, you can make all your dreams come true. Me, I always wanted to go see an actual volcano. Brokering gave me that dream. It gave it to me years back, but it was the most wonderful thing that I've ever experienced in my whole life. To feel the natural heat from underground water being steamed up on your face, and just it was a lovely experience. I guess that's my plug for Hawaii.
But I think too for folks that may be stuck in a job that you don't feel you're being paid your worth. A lot of single moms, we get a lot of single moms that we've trained, and that's because they're looking to be paid. I mean, they've got families to
Right.
support, but it's different for a guy to go out and they're going to give him a certain income, but when the woman walks in and she's got the same responsibilities, she's not getting equal pay. Well,
in brokering, you're
will level that playing
You'll
field.
get
for you.
paid exactly. You'll get paid what you're worth.
Exactly.
You'll get paid what
Exactly.
you put into it. That, like I said, it doesn't make a difference what race you are, what sex you are.
That's right.
What age you are.
And all you
what
need is
nothing.
an internet connection and your equipment.
And me. And her. No.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
We'll help you
That's
out.
true. We'll help you out. We'll help you out. And that's the good thing about our mentoring program. We're not one of these, and if you follow us, portals are great, but a lot of us, a lot of people are not comfortable with portals. They feel they have questions, and that's one great thing about the master trainer, as that's why we call him that, is because your training is live. Online, via Zoom. You can interact, ask questions. You can ask me questions. Sometimes the agents will call me if for whatever reason they can't get a hold of him, and then I try to help them out. You got between the two of us, you're not going to be out there just left hanging alone to try to figure out how to handle your customer. We're always going to be there for you.
There's a lot of turns and a lot of things that you just have to know brokering over time.
Correct.
But like with any business or any trade, there's some things that are not taught that you will just learn.
Right.
A mechanic has learned a lot of things about an engine that he was never taught in school just from working around an engine for so many years.
Right.
A doctor has learned so many things that maybe he wasn't taught in school just from working around bodies his entire life. Same thing with brokering, or being a lawyer, or being a race car driver, or airplane pilot. Once you know your craft, there's a lot of things that you find out. It's the unteachable things, the little things that mean the most, that will make or break deals. Even how to send an email out correctly is
Even for me,
Right.
the other day, a commercial customer got a promotion and is moving to what was it?
Saipan.
Saipan, and he needed to get his cars shipped to Saipan by container. And I hit Dexter within 2 years. I was like, you know,
I don't know anything about
I don't
this.
know anything about shipping a container to Saipan. Well, he knew exactly. And we were able to get him a quote and work on that. And so without missing a beat. You know, so, and that's after 2 years. These are the things that we try to tell you, that the benefit of having a mentor, the blessing in having a mentor, somebody that's just not going to leave you hanging out there, to be able to answer all your questions. So anything else?
You'll
that
get
you
out
wanna
of
add?
brokering what you put into it. It's
Yeah.
just like the gym.
But it's hard work.
If you're making yourselves, I mean, for my agents, I love all my agents, but I know which one my agents are working. I know which one aren't working, because the ones that are working are hitting me
You'll
up,
get results.
and they're asking me questions. Hey Dex, how do you do this? Okay, I just got this contract over. Can you send this contract in? How do I do a credit application? I know my brokers that are working. The ones that I don't hear anything from, there's a reason I'm not hearing anything from. They aren't working.
But we're still here for you.
But we're still here for you.
Exactly.
Always, you know,
Always.
you pick up that phone and call us. We're right here.
That's right.
You know, but hey, I say to everybody, remember why you got into brokering. It's not just if you're just getting into it from the money,
You won't last.
you won't last. You got to get into it because you love it,
Right.
and you want to. And it's kind of like music. If you're a good musician, you got to love being a musician first. If you're a great musician, the money will come after, but know your craft and know your art, and that'll bring the money to you. Same thing with brokering. You got to fall in love with brokering. It's got to be, brokering to me, I always tell everybody, it's my second religion. It's my second religion. I love it that much. You can call
He
me.
does. He does.
You call me anytime in the morning, 3 a.m., 1 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. So my students like, what were you doing up sending out emails? I said, because I'm thinking about moving freight. I'm thinking,
Right.
always thinking about moving that freight.
Right.
But that's all I got to say.
Okay.
You know,
that was
longevity.
good.
You got to want it.
You gotta want it,
You gotta want
exactly.
it.
I do want to give you guys a heads up about our next training. It's going to be November 17th. Now, heads up on another thing. We are not doing a training in December. December we are taking off. Holidays, spend time with our family. We want you to do the same thing. So November 17th will be the last training for 2021. I will have the information in the comments to reach out to me, and you'll get all that information there. And we'd love to see you in training. We'd love to have you on our team. God bless and thank you again. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time here on Freightbrokerchic. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.